Hi, I'm Emily Previti of the Pennsylvania Capital Star and host of Folo PA. Our podcast focused on how policy affects Pennsylvanians, featuring audio journalism that emphasizes context, accountability, and community impact. Every week, the Capital Star recaps our top stories with Natalie Bencivenga's The Week in Focus. It's a way to get caught up on some of the news you might have missed in just a few minutes heading into the weekend.
Pennsylvania's data center backlash is growing and fast. The state sees crime rates hit record lows, but law enforcement still sees challenges. This and more for the Week in Focus for the Pennsylvania Capital Star. First up, who knew Facebook would become a grassroots hub for communities to share concerns about data centers in their region? A recent poll found 74% of Pennsylvanians oppose a data center in their community, while just 16% support it. Google searches for data centers and AI data centers peaked in Pennsylvania this spring, and lawmakers are hearing it directly. Senator Katie Muth's office has received 504 emails about data centers and another 182 about electricity bills tied to them. Of 807 calls her office answered, 72 were about data centers. Yet the new $50.8 billion state budget only requires large data centers to report their energy and water use, even as community members show up to stand up against them. Next, homicides fell to near historic lows in the Keystone State, which is a good thing, right? Yes and no, according to Pennsylvania Attorney General Dave Sunday. He warns that drug offenses, in particular those surrounding fentanyl, are still a cause for concern, noting that it is enough to kill 4 times the population of Pennsylvania. And while Luzerne County's DA says the falling overdose rates are tied to closing the borders, nearly all fentanyl smuggled into the United States is brought in by American citizens, not immigrants. What is on the rise? A new unit dedicated to combating elder exploitation is overwhelmed by cases. Schuylkill County DA Michael Opake is also urging lawmakers to prioritize victims as federal crime victim funding continues to fall. He is also pushing for continued funding for child advocacy centers and legislation to outlaw swatting, warning that fake 911 calls drain resources and put lives at risk. Want to support Pennsylvania Capital Star? Sign up for our newsletter, share this post, or become a donor to help independent journalism in the Commonwealth. And finally, more municipalities across the state are closing their police departments, causing state police to expand their coverage. The state is spending $1.3 billion more on public safety and law enforcement than it did in 2020. But there's a problem. The state police is now providing full-time coverage to more than 1,300 municipalities, which is about 80% of the state. So an old question is reemerging. Should municipalities have to pay for that coverage? A proposed bill would charge for state services while exempting communities that fund their own departments. What did you think about this week's stories? Share with me. I'm Natalie Bencivenga, and this was your Week in Focus.
You've been listening to Folo PA. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. And if you'd like what you've heard, we'd love it if you'd recommend it to a friend. To stay updated on the latest episodes and other work by our team, you can subscribe to the Capital Star's newsletter, The Morning Guide, at penncapital-star.com, and we've included a link in the show notes. Our theme music is Americana by Mr. Smith, courtesy of the Free Music Archive, licensed under an Attribution 4.0 international license. Folo PA is edited by the Capital Star's Editor-in-Chief Tim Lambert, and hosted and produced by me, Emily Previti. Thanks for listening.